Unfortunately, one of the things that constrains growth at software companies is the relationship between sales and marketing. Now, while these two groups ought to be joined at the hip, working collaboratively together to hit the sales targets, they're often at odds with each other and pointing fingers at one another. And one of the root causes of this is that the marketing team and sales teams don't really understand each other. So let's look at it from the marketing point of view. Most marketers have never worked in sales, so they don't really understand the culture, they don't understand the metrics, they don't understand the territory organization, the methodology. And that's not just a problem at the top of the organization, it's a problem at all levels of the organization. Crash your team's next weekly marketing meeting and ask them some basic questions like, what's the typical quota for an account executive? Or what's this quarter sales target and how are we tracking against that? Or how are the sales territories organized? Which states are under what people or what countries? I'd be surprised if anyone could actually answer the question. So one of the things that I always encourage aspiring CMOs to do is do a tour of duty in the sales organization, report to the chief revenue officer or one of his or her lieutenants. Own the partner team, own the BDR team, own sales operations or sales enablement, or if you're brave enough, actually own the account executive function where you've got a quota. Because once you've walked a mile in the sales leader's shoes, you'll have a much better understanding of how to support them and enable them once you become a CMO. And I've seen this a lot. CMOs that have a background where they've spent some time in sales, they're able to talk to sales reps in a way that other marketing leaders are not. They can get on stage at the SKO and they can convince the reps in the audience that this is the best company that they could possibly be working at, and they're gonna have the best year of their career and maybe even make $1 million. They understand what reps are good at and what they're not good at, and they don't waste their time asking them to do things like cold calling, which no AE wants to do, and most of them are not good at it. They don't ask them to fill out 50 fields on the opportunity record in the CRM system because they know that sales reps don't want to spend their day entering data into the CRM. They don't ask them to drive a bunch of attendees to the annual user conference because they know that most sales teams are focused on new customer acquisition, not retaining and growing existing accounts. They're also able to look at the sales pipeline through the lens of a sales leader. So whereas a marketing person might look and say, well, this territory's got $20 million in pipe, they're in good shape. The sales leader looks at it and says, yeah, but only $2 million of that is forecast to close this quarter, so it's really nowhere near where it needs to be. So if you're thinking about hiring a new marketing leader and you want to reduce the risk that there's going to be friction with sales, think about hiring someone that maybe has spent a little bit of time reporting to a CRO or has a little bit of a background in the sales organization. Will significantly increase your odds of success.